Marina felt lost, alone, adrift. Her husband had left months ago. He was gone, vanished into thin air. He left her with nothing but heartache and a mountain of debt. She now faced the daunting task of raising their two young children, Liam and Sophie, on her own. The life they had built together, the dreams they had shared, were shattered. Marina felt the weight of the world on her shoulders, the heavy cloak of responsibility threatening to consume her. Every day was a struggle. Marina worked double shifts at the diner, her hands cracked and dry from endless dishwater. She'd come home exhausted, her body aching, only to be greeted by the chaos of hungry children and a messy house. Sleep was a luxury she could barely afford, stolen moments snatched between caring for her children and the constant worry that gnawed at her. The fear was always there, a dark cloud hanging over her, whispering doubts and uncertainties. Yet, amidst the chaos, a flicker of determination began to burn within Marina. She knew she couldn't give up. She had to be strong, for Liam, for Sophie, for herself. They were her reason, her purpose, her guiding stars in the darkest of nights. Their laughter was her solace, their smiles her reward. The weight of their needs pressed down on her. Liam needed new shoes, his toes peeking out from his worn-out sneakers. Sophie's favorite teddy bear was missing an eye, and Marina promised to sew it back on. Promises. So many promises she made to her children, hoping she could keep them all. Each day felt like a balancing act, a precarious dance between hope and despair. The diner became her sanctuary, a place where she could escape the worries that plagued her at home. The familiar clatter of dishes, the sizzle of burgers on the grill, the murmur of conversations, all provided a comforting rhythm to her days. Her co-workers became her support system, their friendly banter and words of encouragement a lifeline in her turbulent world. One evening, after a particularly grueling shift, her friend and co-worker Sarah pulled her aside. "Marina," Sarah said, her voice filled with concern, "you need a break. You can't keep going like this." Marina looked at her, her eyes filled with exhaustion. "I know, Sarah," she sighed, "but I don't have a choice. I have to provide for my children." Sarah's words struck a chord within Marina. She knew she couldn't pour from an empty cup. She had to find a way to take care of herself, to replenish her own spirit so she could be the best mother she could be for her children. The thought terrified her, yet it also ignited a spark of hope within her. The next day, Marina made a decision. She enrolled Liam and Sophie in an after-school program at the local community center. It was a small step, but it was a start. It gave her a few precious hours each day to herself, time she could use to recharge, to breathe, to simply be. She started taking walks in the park, watching the children play, listening to the birds sing. She rediscovered her love for reading, losing herself in the pages of novels that transported her to different worlds. Slowly, gradually, she felt a sense of calm returning to her life. One drizzly Tuesday evening, Marina stopped at the corner store after work. She picked up milk, bread, and a lottery ticket, a small indulgence she rarely allowed herself. That night, as she tucked Liam and Sophie into bed, she checked the numbers, her heart skipping a beat as she realized she had won. She had won big. The numbers swam before her eyes, a surreal string of digits that promised to change her life forever. She checked again and again, each time the reality sinking in a little deeper. A wave of emotions washed over her: disbelief, joy, trepidation. This was it, her chance to finally break free from the chains of debt, to provide a secure future for her children. The next morning, Marina contacted a financial advisor and a lawyer, taking the first steps towards securing her family's future. She knew this windfall wasn't a free pass. It was an opportunity, a chance to build something lasting, something meaningful. She purchased a modest home in a safe neighborhood, a place where Liam and Sophie could thrive. She set up college funds for both of them, ensuring they would have the opportunity to pursue their dreams without the burden of student loans. She quit her job at the diner, promising her coworkers she would visit often. But Marina didn't stop there. She enrolled in night classes, pursuing her passion for photography. She volunteered at the local animal shelter, finding solace in caring for abandoned animals. She was determined to use her newfound wealth to make a difference, both in her own life and in the lives of others. Life had taken an unexpected turn, a twist of fate that had led her to this moment of clarity. Standing on the threshold of a new chapter, Marina felt a surge of empowerment, a deep-seated knowing that she was no longer defined by her past struggles. She was a survivor, a warrior, a woman reborn. The future stretched before her, full of possibilities. She could finally breathe, finally dream, finally live. The fear that had haunted her for so long had dissipated, replaced by a quiet confidence and an unwavering belief in herself. She had weathered the storm, and in its wake she had found her strength, her purpose, her true self. This was her time to shine.